This has been great, but none of this is intro worthy.
Listen, it's got to come to us. You can't just force genius.
Listen, you can't force art, all right? Listen, when you're of such a high artistic mind, such as ours, you can't rush perfection, all right? We are making. Did they yell up to Da Vinci as he was flat backed on a fucking scaffolding?
There you go.
Painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. No, you don't rush genius. They're not like, hey, Da Vinci, you almost done up there? And he's like, nah, you fucks, I'm not done. I'm painting a fucking, I'm painting a fucking mural over here. What do you mean am I almost done?
I'm pretty sure that they were actually rushing Da Vinci to finish the Sistine Chapel.
I don't know where you're getting your facts, but
Oh, the fucking intro. So, do you think that he was excommunicated from the church right after, or do you think they put up with him for 3 weeks and then just ghosted him?
We need to teach you how to count.
Hello and welcome to Star Wars Every Week Forever, the podcast in which we watch one Star Wars movie every week forever. This week, there's a Phantom Menace. Dear God. Ben, how was your watch?
I had a lot of energy until 5 seconds ago, and my groove is totally thrown off.
Well, yeah, we had some technical difficulties getting started, so apparently I ruined Ben's groove.
Well, no, because I'm not even on Wookieepedia. I'm on fucking Wikipedia about the Sistine Chapel.
We're not.
This is what my fucking life is.
welcome to Leonardo da Vinci Every Week Forever.
Dear God. But how was your watch, Ben?
It was good. I only spent 3 hours on Star Wars this week.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see you free and happy and indulging in your Halo habit. That's almost worse than this podcast, actually.
It is almost worse than this podcast. I've been playing an outrageous amount of Halo. Your basic state of being is playing way too much Halo.
We were on a...
No, I haven't played Halo in a long time.
We were on a group Discord call last night with some mutual friends, and I kept losing Ben for 40 minutes, and then I would just hear Ben chuckle a little. I'm like, oh yeah, Ben's still here. Ben's just playing Halo.
I'd chuckle and repeat something funny someone said, and then go utterly silent.
Yeah.
Because I was really into the game. And Chris halfway through was like, I like how Ben just shows up and chuckles. Like, Ben, is everything okay? And he just got silent.
Because you didn't
and
answer
eventually
for
I came
5
to when 3 different people. Yeah, I didn't come to until 3 different people were calling my name at the same time. And I was like, wait, what am I missing?
Chris, how was your watch?
It was fine. I kept just narrating the movie as pissed off Qui-Gon looking for a bathroom. So
I don't think he looks for the bathrooms, Chris.
Why do you think I started pissing myself? There's no goddamn bathrooms in this desert.
Oh God.
Josh.
Yeah, my watch was... You want to know... So, I was thinking just randomly about shows that I haven't watched in a while I was watching the movie, because it helps you get through the movie if you're thinking about literally anything else other than the movie.
Jesus Christ.
And, for example,
about
I really
all of the other things you'd rather be doing.
For example, I was thinking about Critical Role. I really like Critical Role. And I was thinking, I wonder why I haven't watched that since, July. And then it slowly set in that the 3 hours that I used to spend watching that show has been put into watching fucking Star Wars every single week of my goddamn life. So that was how my watch went.
Good. Glad you had fun.
so much fun. So much fucking fun, you know. You know, there was the scene where Yoda yells at a kid. There is a scene where people race in jet engines and people die all over the place, but nobody actually dies. There is the scene where they almost run over a kid. Actually, the way I'm describing this movie right now actually makes it sound better than it is.
It sounds way better.
It sounds way better than it is. At minute an hour and 12, I thought about a new gimmick that I wish I had done, which was write down every single Jar Jar line that you cannot make sense of, like every sentence that he says that literally you cannot make heads or tails of or figure out what the fuck he's talking about. But that would have required me restarting the movie, and I said fuck no to that.
I have 3 points real quick.
Oh God, 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
All based on the past 2 sentences you've had.
Okay.
Rats Tyrel dies in the pod race, good sir. 2.
Yeah. Fucking eat it.
How dare you not remember the ever memorable Rats Tyrel? How could you not remember Rats Tyrel? I personally
he goes and then crashes into a stalactite and dies.
I'm really looking forward to opening OBS with Phantom Menace open just to record the sound of him going and then crashing.
I can't make the noise because it's some weird fucking alien shit. 2. Nah, it's I don't even know. 2. I've been watching with subtitles, and they actually subtitle Jar Jar phonetically.
Yeah, so I had the same thought.
Yeah, so they'll subtitle when Boss Nass goes Misa like this. It actually says MEESA -A Hysa LIKADIS.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot this watch too. And all I kept thinking was, how the fuck is anyone that cannot hear the movie gonna figure out what they're saying? And then I remembered that the people that can hear the movie also don't know what they're saying. But I think it's worse if you're only getting that text.
Definitely.
It's just a terrible decision all around.
And my third note, what the fuck does Bombad mean?
Bombad General.
Because so Jar Jar is a Bombad General, which makes you think, okay, he's a badass general dude, and then before that, he's talking about the Naboo. He goes, the Naboo, oh Bombad. So
really?
Is Bombad a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What the fuck is happening?
That one's annoying, but the ones that bother me more are the sentences where he's giving backstory or explaining something happening in a scene and you don't know what the fuck is going on. The way Jar Jar explains being banished, you cannot figure out what the fuck he's saying. It's banished for being clumsy, okay, and then everything else he says until the very end makes no fucking sense and offers he could have said he murdered a guy and we wouldn't know it based on how fucking nonsensical that entire sentence was.
Oh my god. Bombad General is a rank.
Okay.
Bombad it is General. The whole thing is a military rank, not just general. The rank itself is Bombad General. What the fuck?
What the fuck? That just makes no goddamn sense.
You okay, Chris?
It's gonna be my new thing. I just point out increasingly more and more obvious statements on the podcast. I'm just oh, that was, man, oh boy, that's a thing that happened.
If that's gonna be your new thing, oh boy, have I got bad news about literally everything that spews out of our mouths.
It's just like, yeah, you make a great point there, Josh. I'm Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh, I know.
Yeah, no, Josh, I fully agree that I think he should have fucking ran the kid over. I think it would have been a better movie if he hit him with the hover bike. Chris, we're talking about Empire Strikes Back. What? That's what I said.
Movie we watched this week?
Yeah, Vader should have hit that kid with the hover bike. That's yeah. It's fucking. Whoa! Why? What movie did you watch? I watched Empire. What do you? I hate this fucking.
Are you okay,
movie.
Chris?
I hate
Is
this
everything
fucking movie.
all right?
It's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. I get to fucking make fun of Liam Neeson throughout. I just get stuck in my Liam Neeson impression. I want to clarify. I always watch these movies alone because, like, my day off is generally Friday, and I'm here alone until my wife gets home and like early mid afternoon. So I'm just watching Star Wars alone in my living room at like 6:30 in the morning, doing a Liam Neeson impression to myself and my cats. Talking about pissing his pants.
I really wish I was present for this now.
I want to be a fly on the wall for Chris's episode 1 watch.
Just drinking coffee, trying to wake myself up. Like, Anakin. Yeah, there's a reason we have these robes. They're so shitty nobody can tell if you pissed yourself or not.
Obi-Wan, where's Bigby? I need the heroin.
God damn it.
No, Bigby doesn't. That was a failed joke just all around because Bigby is the only one that doesn't do heroin. He just murders people and starts bar fights by throwing glasses over the back of the bar, hitting a girl with it, and then blaming it on someone else so everybody gets in a fight so he can kill someone.
Welcome to Train Spotting Forever, everyone.
See, what Phantom Menace has just become. I really wish I was watching. See, it's pretty bad.
My God.
When you want to watch the movie with one of the most disturbing scenes that has ever been put to film, instead of the movie that you watch every 9 weeks.
I mean, Train Spotting doesn't have a pod race, so there's your problem.
Do you want to just get your pod race and shit out now, please?
You say this like it's going to end at some point.
Back in my day, pod races didn't have any bathrooms, so we just went on ourselves.
This podcast has just turned into different ways for Chris to talk about Liam Neeson pissing his pants.
I mean, to be fair.
Have you wanted to talk about anything else since you learned this information? Because
I've wanted to talk about literally anything else except for one thing.
Pissy pants, poor Papa Qui-Gon Jinn. We've talked a lot about how bad he is at making plans. We haven't specifically talked about the most batshit logical scene that's ever happened in Star Wars that happens in this movie in depth, and I'd like to do that for a minute.
Okay.
So, the hangar scene.
The hangar scene.
When Qui-Gon talks to the Queen and he says to her, okay, well, we've got to get you off planet no matter what, and the Queen finally gives in to leave. Okay. His plan is to go walk up to one of the droids and say, this is exactly the thing that you don't want me to do, and I'm going to do it. And that's the plan. Now, that's batshit, and it reeks of a script that's just trying to get to the next scene that George wrote himself into a corner with, and he's like, okay, what happens in this scene? I don't know how to get from A to B here from the action out there where everybody's being really, really flamboyant with their lightsabers unnecessarily to the space thing where we reveal R2. What do I do in the middle? Shit. Okay, Qui-Gon just walks up and says he's going to leave, and he leaves. Okay. I'd like to pay some attention to Obi-Wan in that scene, because one of two things happen there. Either Obi-Wan Kenobi is aware that he's done this specific lack of a plan before and knew to go over to the hostages because he knew if he wasn't over there when this happened, they would be dead. Or he saw his master walk out into the middle of this hangar and said, "Oh fuck, oh no, oh fuck, Qui-Gon, why did I let Qui-Gon lead? He's not good at plans." And then as soon as he could, got himself away from them because he knew how bad the situation was gonna get. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi is secretly the master, and Qui-Gon is secretly the apprentice. Because Obi-Wan's the only person that comes out as smart in that scene.
I'd say Obi-Wan's just trying to keep pace with Qui-Gon, because Obi-Wan follows suit with Qui-Gon for the next 2 movies, where he like fucking jumps out a window to catch a droid.
It really is.
Or gives up on life within the first 2 seconds of the 3rd movie.
It really is that friend where you hang out with them, like your casual acquaintances, and you hang out with them one-on-one for the first time, and they are so batshit that you're just being strung along trying to keep up with them while you're getting increasingly more intoxicated, while they don't seem to be like stopping an inch. That's the way that Obi-Wan seems to follow Qui-Gon in this movie. Just like, okay, I've got... That scene to me is the fucking wildest transition in the entire saga, because, you know, we criticize Rise of Skywalker a lot for, you know, MacGuffins, but there's not even a MacGuffin here that makes this make sense. It's just I'm going to tell the bad guy what I'm doing. Does he have hostages? Yes. Could they kill those hostages really easily for me telling them that? Yeah, but fuck it. Which is very Qui-Gon.
That's so Qui-Gon.
That's Jesus fuck. You make me so angry.
I'm determined to force you in some way to do an edit of almost every character for this.
I love every time, like, you can hear it in Josh's voice when we stumble on something that Josh now has to edit physically into the YouTube copy. You hear just the tone drop just a little bit if there's like a sentence being said, like, yeah, and I just, god damn it. And we...
It's like, there was a time where it only took me, you know, a couple hours to get the podcast done. Now it's like a day affair because, I don't know, I have to fucking figure out a way to put Elon Musk's face on a fucking Rakatan, or like put Dexter inside of Palpatine's fucking laboratory, or like find a way to reference the shrink-wrapped Palpatine with Dexter from the other show over him without explicitly doing that.
Yeah, but Josh, you get to do that.
Sure.
That's a thing that you get to do now.
Sure.
You're welcome.
It is a lot of fun, but specifically recently that Elon Musk one broke me, I think. While I was sitting there making that, I'm like, is this what I do with my life now?
Listen, you Photoshop your future space emperor and you like it. Or his psychic pigs will come get you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So, like, y'all want to talk about not
Oh my god,
Star Wars The Phantom Menace?
wait. Elon Musk is the future emperor of the galaxy. Hold on.
Figuring that out?
No, wait. It all makes sense. Why do you think he wants electric cars so bad? He could charge them for free.
Yeah, but once he starts, he can't stop. That's the problem. He's stuck, and he's just... it won't stop. I can't stop charging my car. Lord Vader.
Vader, my Tesla's on fire again.
Vader, I cannot. You know, when I said that I would power the entire world's electricity with the power of my fingertips, I thought that it would drain me, but as it turns out, as soon as it starts going, it cannot stop. I need another Tesla before I blow up this room. Help! Do you see how powerful it is now? I could blow up this entire factory with it. Vader, please!
There's just a Tesla in front of him, and he's still zapping it. It's already on fire. He's like, this isn't what I meant by unlimited power.
I am burdened by unlimited power.
I love that.
I can never turn it off.
We really are just, like, Josh and I at least are just going full pirate with Palpatine now. Like, there's not even an attempt to not let it happen.
Arr, Vader, I be having unlimited power.
No.
Arr, Vader, I be having a problem with me Tesla.
I'm convinced I sound. I'm convinced I'm sound less like a pirate Palpatine, and Chris is more and more just trying to get me to put pirate Palpatine into episodes.
Yarr.
I think it's a conspiracy against me and the audience.
Now be careful there, Josh. You be treading into dangerous waters.
At some point down the line, we're gonna have some like batshit edit that's gonna make no sense out of I mean, we already have those, but like,
wait a minute. If you think there's not 70 of those already, you're not.
I mean, like, it's gonna get to a point where we have like Palpatine in a pirate costume in a Tesla in space, fucking in an AT-AT. It's gonna get absolutely bad. It's just gonna be shit on top of shit on top of shit.
You don't understand.
Oh man, I can't wait for that edit.
I love a pod race with
just things are popping up
behind it.
You don't understand the power you wield. This Wednesday, I'm gonna have to figure out something to work with there. I'm actually really afraid right now how I'm gonna... Okay, full disclosure, it's kind of a bit. It's kind of a bit that I don't like. I adore editing the podcast. Is it a big time commitment? Absolutely. I love making these photoshops. I love editing. That, what Ben just did, invoked a full panic attack. Just like, how am I gonna... I can't do anything with that. What am I... You all should watch the YouTube version, by the way. You really should. So I discovered something this week.
Oh?
It was actually through an outside source. Have you all heard of the film, the book series and the Hallmark show Dinotopia?
No.
No, I haven't.
I'm very scared of where this is going.
So Dinotopia is this book series that essentially creates this idealized island where dinosaurs manage to not go extinct. And it has like literally trademarked art that goes along with it. And there was a creator, James Gurney, who had been attempting to pitch the idea of doing a movie for like 13 to 15 years. He didn't have the script planned out because he wanted to work with the director on it, but he had literally trademarked and copyrighted content that he was going to use for it. The people that might know it, which I know the people that might know what this is, which is one member of our audience I know for a fact, know that this got turned into a Hallmark Channel series at one point.
What?
But interestingly enough, in 1995, George Lucas was tacked onto this to direct.
No.
Let me just read from this Reddit page. I will link it in the episode. Gurney's assignments for National Geographic required him to work with archaeologists to envision and paint ancient cities that no one alive today has ever seen. This inspired him to imagine his own, so he painted Waterfall City and Dinosaur Parade. These were originally done as art prints for collectors. Gurney later decided to create an imaginary island based on these paintings. Rather than digital tools, Gurney used plein air studies, thumbnail sketches, models photographed in costume, and the original cardboard or clay maquettes to create 150 oil paintings for his 2007 Dinotopia book. I don't know why it says 2007 there, because I know that has to be a typo. Anyway, He called the series Dinotopia. Moving on a little bit. Many have claimed that some scenes in the film Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, particularly those in the city of Theed and Naboo, unfairly copy images from Gurney's book. Gurney acknowledges the resemblance, but has remained positive about it. In 1994, director George Lucas had met with producers to discuss some of the concepts and visuals behind Dinotopia, but the movie was never made. And if you're aware of the timeline in which Phantom Menace was begun in 1995. And a lot of the visuals on all of Naboo, especially in Theed, are very, very close to this concept art.
So George Lucas
allegedly.
This is like the most unsurprising but strangest way for this to come about.
Actually, somebody talks a little bit about it at one point in this article. It's actually a collection of article clips. It's actually a Reddit piece on r/movies, but it has a lot of sources, so I trust it. It talks a little bit how George has stolen a lot of things very directly from other movies.
Oh, he has?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly.
You
that
can't
stuff
see,
was not...
But I put the biggest air quotes around that allegedly.
The thing is, a lot of that stuff wasn't trademarked because it was before trademark law. For example, 3PO's original design, you'll remember, was taken from a 1940s movie.
Yep.
On the topic, he states, I know there are obvious homages in Lucas's work, including the Metropolis robot, 3PO, and Dune. In The Phantom Menace, there are obvious examples, including the pod race, Ben-Hur chariot race, and others. I think that Lucas has stepped over the bounds, though, with Dinotopia, and is in the realm of stealing and plagiarism. Consider that this is a series of books that George Lucas has said he has read and is one of his son's favorites, and further that he sought no permission to use their images. Quite frankly, I think all the people who consider Lucas a visionary genius should think long and hard about this. Examples of critical reviews stated the same. From Wilmington Morning Star, the film reviewer says, and I really love this state. I'll get off the reading in a second, but I really love this statement. From Wilmington Morning Star, the film reviewer says, the idyllic planet of Naboo was colonized from James Gurney's Dinotopia. I really love the use of the word colonized. It's clever, and probably not great, but really clever.
It's really a good thing that none of us here on the Star Wars Every Week Forever podcast considered George Lucas to be a creative visionary before this, so I think we're in the clear.
I have a strange nostalgia for the Dinotopia Hallmark show, which was terrible, but I loved it because I had a tape of it that I think I got from a flea market from my parents. And I found Billiam on YouTube created a video talking about the series, and this is where I found it, and it led me down this hole.
I might have seen this recently, because I just discovered Billiam not long ago, and I was going through his stuff.
Shout out to friend of the show, Billiam.
Cue a tweet from this person in like 2 weeks of, I don't know these people. I don't know these jackasses. I
got a shout out on this obscure podcast, and I can't figure out why.
I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know what's going on with these people. They talk about Star Wars every week. Something's wrong.
Sounds like
I filled out a restraining order.
I've ever heard.
The restraining order is in the mail.
But no, yeah. This led me down this discovery, and I felt it important to bring it up. So that is the conspiracy behind stealing a Theed. And
we need to stop having conspiracies on this show. This show is becoming Star Wars fucking InfoWars.
All right, listen here.
No,
we did this already.
I know.
Alex Jones impressions
I
already.
know. Fuck
So
you.
I found it. Don't you come at me with your fucking. I need to make you experience a thing I had to experience earlier.
Oh no. I already have it ready to go. I know what this is.
All right, Ben. I'm putting this in Discord for everyone to
Uh,
peruse. I'm going to have you.
for context, do we want to give context for this, Chris, or am I just fucking going for it?
I found a Wookieepedia article I need Ben to read to the group.
Soon.
Why does this person look familiar?
Bayts? 19. What the fuck?
He's a Jedi.
Why is that? Wait.
Hold on.
Please. You have to.
15.
You have to let
Great
Ben get to the
synchronization
behind the scenes part before we can give away this joke.
on Boz Pity.
So Ben, what are you looking at right now?
0.43 BBY. So I'm looking at the the Wikipedia article for soon, but Bayts, I'm assuming is the pronunciation here.
Yep.
Who was a male human Jedi Master who served the Jedi Order the last decades of the Republic Classic era. When the Yukori Uprising came to bear, Bayts was charged with supervising communications between the Jedi strike teams and the Jedi Temple in Coruscant. When the Jedi Temple was attacked by raiders during the uprising, fought alongside fellow Jedi defending the home. By the time of the Clone Wars, was a minister. Joined Windu, accompanying Senator Bail Organa of Alderaan to the Outer Rim territories. Following a rugged crash landing on Boz Pity, Master Bayts was among the advanced group scouting for... I don't like the giggles. I'm scared. Confederate installations on the planet. Upon reaching the base, they were met with heavy droid resistance, as well
almost
as
cruel.
the presence of General Grievous. Before he had a chance to attack Grievous, the droid general swiftly killed Jedi Master by crushing his skull. I'm like, I feel like this is a riddle.
Don't need to, so you gave the summary, so you can skip the biography section next. Move on to the next section for me, please.
Is that personality and traits?
Yep.
Okay, that's just where I scrolled down to.
This is like the meanest thing you've ever done.
I'm gonna be so mad. I already know I'm gonna be so mad.
Please keep reading.
I know this has a specific reference, but I have no idea what it is.
Please, my son, keep reading. Personality and traits.
Soon Bayts was a prompt individual, and I can't keep a straight face because I know something's coming. And always made sure that his superiors were well informed with the intelligence he gleaned. Words I can read. He gleaned as supervisor of the communications during the Yukari Uprising. He was able to survive the Yukari attack and readily went to Master Minch's aid, even when he did not need it. He acted on emotion rather than instinct, a trait that Minch openly criticized.
I appreciate that you're replacing every Yoda with Minch.
This is the Clone Wars era. Though Bayts' combat skills served him well during the Yukari conflict, they did not match those of General Grievous, who killed the Jedi Master without difficulty, taking his blue lightsaber as a trophy. I'm afraid to start the next section.
Now move on down to behind the scenes. You don't have to read the quote. The quote's unimportant. Just
read the first paragraph.
Was created by Randy Stradley and first appeared in the comic miniseries Jedi Council Acts of War. In it, the character appears in a minor supporting role Bates' name was intended to be...
This is the most juvenile fucking thing.
I'm so mad.
This is the best
It
payoff.
was intended to be a pun on the term masturbates.
By
A
the
pun
way,
later illustrated by Hayden Buckman in Star Wars Obsession.
Masturbates has a Wookieepedia page.
No, it has a Wikipedia page.
No.
We're on Wookieepedia.
No, it has. It does have a Wikipedia
The
page.
hyperlink leads to Wikipedia.
Yeah, they changed the color of the outgoing.
Oh, that
hyperlink
gotcha.
Right.
I lost the article. Hold on.
I love that you said the full thing multiple times while reading this with recognition while Josh and I giggled in the background.
This might be the meanest thing that's ever been done on the podcast.
This is
You know Ben. Ben gets
best.
attached to characters really easily.
This is the best. And it's a great reasoning. So the sweet, you didn't read the rest of the behind the scenes. So
Okay, wait. I'll
there
wrap
we
it up.
There you go.
A pun later illustrated by Hayden Blackman in Star Wars Obsession. Stradley had initially planned to use the name as a particular joke on comic editor Lucas. At Lucas Licensing, Sue Rostoni? Apologies for names. Who often put the word master in front of any Jedi's name.
You don't have to apologize for miscorrecting names on an article about a Jedi Master whose name is Bates.
Oh God. Stradley created Bates as an unimportant I honestly don't know this word. I feel like a total idiot. Territory? Character simply to play a joke on Rostoni, but the character made it through to publication. Following the use of the character, comic editor at Lucas...
You don't have to read the rest.
Publicly lamented that she was not in charge of the editing of the creation.
Actually, yes, apparently you do have to read the rest of it.
Once again,
Continue.
used as a minor supporting character in Obsession, perhaps due to the nature of Soon Bates' name, reference to him outside of the Jedi Council Acts of War and Star Wars Obsession have been very non-existent. I wonder why. Save for a mention in Abel G. Pena? Star Wars Insider article, Unknown Soldier, The Story of General Grievous, and an entry in the Complete Star Wars Encyclopedia. Jesus fucking Christ.
This might be the meanest thing you've ever done, Chris.
This is the worst
so
Jedi
excited.
name I've ever seen since
I got-
I'm a Gundai in Clone Wars.
I got so goddamn excited when I saw this. Like, I got excited on a visceral level.
How did you find it?
I found it, like, on one of those random... Because fucking, you know, how Facebook's always listening to you, and it, like, pops up, like, articles and stuff for you, like, based on the things you talk about. And since I talk about almost exclusively Star Wars these days, I've just been getting, like, a lot of Star Wars fan page suggestions on Facebook.
What are you laughing at, Ben?
There's an image from a comic, and the caption says, Jedi Master Bates to Yoda's defense.
Okay, I lied. This is way more amusing than I really thought it was.
This podcast will never beat Jedi masturbates to Yoda's defense.
Him standing there and says, Master Yoda, look out! And there's just a blaster pointed at him.
You got this. Don't worry. I'm here for you.
This is worse than in Clone Wars Jedi Master I'm a Gundai, who literally dies in that episode.
This episode's name has to be June Bates. There is no other option.
I mean, fucking God. I guess.
You did this. This was your decision.
Do this.
You did this to us. You did this to Ben.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be participating.
I knew as soon as I saw it, because I had a good feeling we'd get all the way down to the behind-the-scenes section without Ben realizing what was happening.
Because you know I'm that gullible.
No, you're just very focused. If I'm
Yeah.
like, Ben, I need you to read this entire Wookieepedia article, you're like, I'm on it.
Yeah, I read the first paragraph because like, all right. We gotta speed this along, Ben. Friend of the show, Master Bayts.
Oh man, that's a pretty important comma.
There's the quote at the top of the article says, "In the right place your heart was, but clouded by emotion was your judgment." Quote from Yoda. Said to Master Bayts, "Everything here is a double entendre."
What are we doing?
This is what
We're having a good time, Josh. All right, we're having a good fucking time.
We're not making a listenable podcast, though.
There is a scene in this book where
What book?
the book that I read like 9 weeks ago. In this book. There's the scene where Jar Jar gets like locked in the room with the astromech droids on the space yacht when they're escaping Naboo, and Jar Jar just walks over to one and like rips its head off pretty much. He's like fiddling with, rips the dome off the top, and he goes oopsie, and he puts it back on, and it doesn't turn back on. So Jar Jar legitimately murdered a droid.
Jesus Christ.
Are we surprised by this? Are we surprised by Jar Jar, the doom of the universe, being a monster?
Someone should really send this evidence to the Senate so they can strip Jar Jar of his appointments and titles.
What the fuck is happening?
Jar Jar's up for
Fuck if I
re-election, and people are they're starting like a smear campaign. They're like, Jar Jar Binks. Good Bombad Gungan or murderer.
Oh my dear Christ in heaven.
This is a hell of a fucking sign for the rest of this rotation.
What the fuck is happening?
Not good.
I'd like to point out, I like to think this is because this has been our first vanilla rotation
It
in
is.
4
It
rotations.
for sure is.
So I feel like there's some correlation here.
Listen. Alright, just let it happen. Let whatever is happening happen.
I don't know if I want to anymore, Chris. I had other things I wanted to talk about, but they're totally out of my head now.
Maybe you should write them down next time.
That's for cowards like me.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Luke Skywalker has probably eaten a lot of amphibians, huh?
Luke Skywalker's not alive yet.
No, but like, if you go to that market, what is the primary source of food? It's all like amphibians. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not like the interesting point is not that Luke probably ate a lot of amphibians. It's where the fuck do the amphibians come from?
Josh, you're talking about Luke Skywalker.
Yes, I know.
Not
We already know that Anakin Skywalker ate the entirety of whatever was available in that spaceport.
Luke didn't grow up there.
Luke grew up on Tatooine, and this settlement is not very far away from the other settlement.
Yeah, but I doubt he frequented fucking Mos Espa.
So, switching the topic.
Well, I mean, I get it, because I mean, I doubt every part of Tatooine that we see is exactly the same as
It
the
all
other
looks
parts of
the same.
Tatooine.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
So I
doesn't
imagine
have
it's basically exactly the same.
It doesn't have a wide berth of an environment, and also Tatooine exists on water vaporators because there's so little water that they can't go and collect it regularly without sucking it in from the ground. Where do these amphibians come from? Because they're not lizards. What the fuck? This entire market is weird. Like, where does any of this come from on Tatooine, the barren desert planet?
Maybe they're just like hyper-evolved lizards that resemble amphibians.
Maybe. If I am asking a lot for Star Wars to understand evolution, I think I'm asking a lot there.
Oh God. Fucking my brain's just, I can feel sections of my brain just like turning off over the past like 3 hours.
Y'all have sections of your brain on still?
This has been Star Wars every week forever. Good night. What the fuck else am I supposed to do?
I don't know anymore.
If you enjoyed that episode, why not like and subscribe? Also, share it with a couple friends. Bring them into this hellscape that we've done to ourselves. You can catch brand new episodes every single Wednesday on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, pretty much every other platform you get your podcasts on. If you'd like to extend the suffering, you can catch us over on twitter.com at SWEWF. We post direct links to brand new episodes every week as soon as we upload them, and you can catch the occasional other dumb Star Wars take, and who wouldn't want that? Catch you guys later.